Now, you're going to be heading to Iraq and Kuwait next month, entertaining the troops there. How did that come about? And are you going to be going there in support of Circus Bar? Or are you going to do classic? What are your plans for that?
No, I'm going there in support of the troops. I've got to say, I'm not a huge fan of war. I think we went into Iraq and I think we went into Afghanistan, certainly into Iraq for completely the wrong reasons. But I do support the troops. The troops, whether they wanted to go there or not, they're there. And I've spoken to several military people who actually still don't know why they're really there. And I think that's a shame. They're there. And I think it would be, how can I say, not rude, but unpatriotic if I didn't go over. I got the invite. So did many other bands. I mean, what makes me laugh is that you see these heavy metal bands with these big leather-studded chains and leather jackets, and they're tougher than nails, and they wouldn't go. You know, they didn't want to go to Iraq because they were maybe a little bit scared. Well, we're not scared. We're going to go over, and we're going to get through it, and we're going to play for the troops. And rightly or wrongly, whether they're for the right reasons or wrong reasons, we're going to give them a rock and roll show, and that's that's the whole basis. Well, I'm not there promoting the Circus Bar. I'm not there to do anything but to give the troops a good time.
How long are you going to be there?
I hope I'm there for like 13 days. I don't foresee any shortening of that. We're doing one show in Kuwait on March the 9th, I believe, and then we move into Baghdad and we start doing shows out of Baghdad. So it's going to be very interesting, and it's a chance in a lifetime to actually go to where there is a war. I mean, for me, I don't know what war is like. Thank goodness. I mean, I've seen it on TV, and it doesn't look very, very, very scary on TV. You know, it's just something you see every day on TV. So I'm sure when I get there, it's going to be a whole new reality of this kind of conflict, and it is a little bit daunting, to be honest with you. It's a little bit. I've had to sign a waiver with the government that if anything should happen to me, they don't take responsibility if I'm maimed or killed. I've had to sign off on that, and in fact, I have to pay. I have to pay for my own body to be shipped home if something horrible happens. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to pay for it. Maybe they're going to rifle through my pockets or something when I'm laying there. I don't know, but no, it's all these things will suddenly become a reality. War will now become a reality for me, and I'll be able to get some sense of fear, I'm sure.
Now, following that tour, which is completely different, and I appreciate that you're going there supporting the troops. I just think it's a great thing to do. But do you have any further plans for a U.S. tour?
Yes, I do. I mean, I like to use the word tour loosely because I don't like being on a bus. I don't want to be on a bus. My only reference to bus touring is being on a bus with 2 or 3 people that you cannot stand, and you're trapped on there with them for 6 to 7 months, and it's hell. I like nowadays to leave my house on a Friday morning on a plane. I fly to a show. I fly the next day to another show, and then on the Sunday morning I fly home. And I like that. I think that's the way to do it. It means that every show gets a real crack at having a great performance. You know, and some of these tours go on and on and on. And you know as well as I do that every column you write isn't great, and every show you do isn't great. And there's the same with us. If you do 6 shows a week, you can almost guarantee that 3 of those shows are going to be a little bit subpar because you're tired.
Right.
You can always guarantee it. So I'm happy doing 2 shows a week. I can do 3 shows a week. I could do 4. But I don't want to get into the routine of being on a bus and doing 6 shows a week and 3 of those shows not being up to par.
Well, I'm sure the fans will appreciate that. With the price of concert tickets these days, everybody wants a stellar show.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, I remember, you know, I still pay to go and see other people's shows, and I know that when I sit in the audience, I'm waiting to see my favorite act come out, and I'm waiting. And for me, it's the only night I'm going to see them, and I want to see them at their best. You know, I don't want to know if they're tired or they have a cold, or I've paid good money. I want to see this show, and I'm looking forward to it. You know, so because I'm still a big fan of music, even though I work in the business, I'm still a big fan, and I still get excited when I go and see other bands and stuff. I'm just as goofy as everybody else when it comes to seeing my favorite acts. You know, I'm a little bit upset actually because as I leave for Baghdad, Taylor Swift comes into my area to do a series of shows, and I really wanted to get to see her because I think she's just so cool.
Well, maybe we can forward this info to her and she'll make some special arrangements.
Yeah, that'd be really cool to have a special arrangement with Taylor Swift.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Now, when fans come to see you, what can they expect?
Well, they can expect a show full of hits. Every song I do is basically a hit. I think I'm going to include a couple of songs from Circus Bar this year, and hopefully people will like those songs and maybe go out and review the CD and whatever. So basically, it's hit after hit after hit after hit. You get songs like Holy Water, Feel Like Making Love, If You Needed Somebody, Rock and Roll Fantasy, you know, a couple of songs from Circuit Bar, Can't Get Enough, you know, all the No Smoke Without a Fire, what you name it, we'll be doing every song, and it's a really cool show. It's hard work to sing all those songs, I've got to tell you, but it's a real cool show.
Now, is there anything that you'd like to add or tell the fans about?
Yeah, I'd like the fans to maybe just check out Circus Bar. Just give it a listen on iTunes or something like that, or wherever you find it. And if you like it, buy it, because dogs need food.
That's a good one. Well, Brian Howe, thank you very much for taking the time to talk with us. I really did appreciate it. I'm Dee Haley, and we've been talking with Brian Howe on BackstageAccess.com.